9900, I'm with them.
It's 4:44 on a Friday afternoon, and Portland police officers from East Precinct are conducting a stolen vehicle operation. Their mission? Track down stolen cars and arrest those responsible. And to help do so, these officers are relying on data science in the same way sports teams use analytics and companies optimize performance. Erica Hurley is commander at East Precinct.
It's a process, and that's what we're learning here, is how to use our data in a process that helps us do better work with less resources.
Now, before we explain the process, let's talk about the problem. In recent years, the city of Portland has seen a record number of stolen cars. On average, a vehicle is stolen every 48 minutes in Portland. Not only does that stolen car create a real headache for the owner, but Officer Jose Jimenez admits
they lead to other crimes.
These stolen vehicles are often used to commit crimes like murders, shootings, and armed robberies. Adding to the problem,
902, I got him. Through the intersection, almost T-boned.
The bad guys often elude police. They know Portland Police Bureau policy prohibits officers from chasing stolen vehicles.
Coming up on a stale green, through the intersection, just collided.
So to help tackle this growing problem, East Precinct created the Stolen Vehicle Operation in November of 2021. The idea was to flood an area with police along with an airplane above to make traffic stops and arrests. And to some degree, it worked. But officers knew there had to be a better way, so they turned to the data. The idea was to find out how veteran officers identified stolen vehicles, then translate that into a formula that could help others working these special missions. Officers started tracking elements that were present on every stop of a stolen vehicle. In all, nearly 100 factors were put into a database and analyzed. These included physical characteristics of the vehicle and vehicle driving behavior, and importantly, nothing about the driver's racial profile. These elements are called enrichment factors, essentially hallmarks of a stolen vehicle. For example, a missing license plate, a broken window, no lights, and abnormal lane changes. As the theory goes, the more enrichment factors, the more likely it's a stolen car, which in practice seemed to make sense.
So when we look at a vehicle like this, you look at the fact that there's no plates on the vehicle, you look at the fact that there's a trip permit that may not come back to this vehicle. Their driving was erratic, it was inappropriate, so that's also another factor that made them realize it. And then when they tried to initiate a traffic stop on it, it ran, it eluded.
Right.
And so, stolen car.
And it all kind of adds up.
Correct. And then the driver also has a warrant for his arrest.
To better understand the data, Portland police turned to an unlikely partner. Researchers at the OHSU Night Cancer Institute. It seems like an unusual relationship.
Absolutely. I think the connection is data. The police are collecting and using data to make their process more precise and more efficient. That's exactly the same thing we do here in cancer research.
Dr. Jeff Tyner, along with a team of scientists who specialize in large data sets, helped Portland Police to fine-tune its analysis of suspected stolen vehicles. There were meetings, scientific presentations, and even a ride-along for the cancer researcher.
I think we offered them some advice on best practices for data collection, offered them advice on some ways they might think about analyzing the data that might not have occurred to them initially.
After almost a year in practice, the data science appears to be helping officers work more effectively. Previously, police officers at East Precinct recovered one stolen vehicle for every 31 stops. Now, they're recovering one stolen vehicle for every 5 stops. Sergeant Steve Wilbon.
We're being asked to do more, better with less, and working smarter and using some of these methodologies are really producing the best product.
The bike, off the bike, running southbound through the cul-de-sac.
And in many cases, a stop leads to more than just the recovery of a stolen vehicle.
Let's get some cars south of here.
On this night, a suspect dumped his stolen motorcycle, tossed a loaded gun, and then ran through a neighborhood. He had a felony warrant for his arrest after allegedly stealing another vehicle last summer. Officers at Portland's East Precinct hope that data science can help break this cycle of stolen vehicles and lead to new ways of policing in the future.